We were hoping to go fishing Tuesday or Wednesday, but looks like from online I've just looked at the photos.
Hi guys, just a bit of a conversation going on here on 20 metres.
We won't be going until maybe Thursday or Friday, even if we go then.
Just going to go through some of the filters and stuff on the Icom IC-R8600.
You won't be able to go into different places because you have to wear a mask and be separated, or you get stuck there. You won't get back home again.
You can hear a bit of interference there.
It's spiking up everywhere when you're on edge on. It's spiking up everywhere, and it's going down. So the kids going back to school, and I reckon it'll spike up anyway. They'll have certain areas closed down, even in the summertime, John. Curdell?
Yeah, Roger, John. Yeah, it's because in Italy, it's gone back in Italy as well, hasn't it?
I mean, they don't do... Icom have got a good set of filters in this, as obviously it's got DSP and you can pick your filters, but Icom do quite a nice job of actually selecting the filter for you and call it the default filter, which on SSB, just hold that down, is 3 there.
I mean, we're all closed down, but you
3.
You can go within your province, and the numbers are dropping here. Well, they seem to
2.4
be. It's gone. The normal village
and 1.8.
towns you can go into now.
You know, they've really selected a good set of filters there, because say 3 is about as wide as you want to listen to SSB on, which is quite nice. Not a bad bandwidth to listen to SSB on. A little bit wide, but it's great, and for general use. Then 2.4, which is a little bit narrower, which is nice as well. I think that's quite a nice width generally. And then 1.8, which is on the edge of sort of what I would listen to sideband on. I'm talking about general sideband. I'm not talking about specialists or narrow band or anything. I'm talking about general contest and conversation like this sideband. That's pretty much the 3 bandwidths which are really useful. So,
But ever since we did that, we've had nothing but intermittent mains,
3.
going on. And that's
2.4.
how it used to be in the early days down here.
1.8.
So I don't know what's going on.
You can go to bandwidth and vary it like I did a minute ago.
It all goes off.
3.6 is too wide,
Okay on the fishing. Yeah,
and then anything below about 1,
I'm just looking at the local forecast here. It doesn't seem too bad.
1.8 is too narrow. So the defaults that Icom have chose, as always, when it comes to radio equipment, Icom know best. And they've chose 3 defaults, although you can go from virtually nothing on bandwidth up to 3.6, which is far too wide in my opinion for sideband, unless it's again some specialist wideband sideband, you know. But 3.6 is the maximum I would ever listen to. It doesn't sound right. It's got too much on the outer skirts, too much interference. You know, and generally channels, as you can see on the band scope there, tend to be a little bit closer together on sideband, so you don't need a big wide filter. So 3 is the maximum I would go to. There's no need for it. You're not going to miss anything with 3 kHz filter. But when you're talking about narrowing it down, yeah, Icom have got you 3 nice presets there, but you can alter it with the DSP, of course. As you can hear, we're getting a little bit of interference as well. You can get rid of that by passband tuning. And the nice thing about the Icom here, it tells you what your bandwidth is there. It tells you your offset. You just hold down that and it resets it.
Anyway, back to you, John. I know I'm waffling, but...
Yeah, so they're getting knocked around a little bit here now.
I'll send a message to my crowd in Devon.
So, like I said, the twin bandpass tuning, especially on these models, the newer models, tells you bandwidth there and tells you your offset. So you can tune out any adjacent channels to your taste. Works really, really well. You know, these are a really good radio on HF, in my opinion. They're a really decent radio on HF. I've had a lot of different receivers, and these are excellent for sideband, and still really good on AM. Although in the UK, I'll tell you what you'll be listening to on AM. It's not like America. You guys in America, if anyone's watching, we're not like that. We've got pretty much, just get to what we've got. We've got BBC Radio 4, BBC Radio 5 Live, talk show, and then there is a few others. That's Asian radio, I believe. That's quite good sometimes. And there's a few others that pop up. But the ones around the world, I think Radio Romania as well is quite good sometimes to listen to. But so I think Radio Romania is quite good to listen to sometimes. Oh, Talk Sport as well, I believe that's Talk Sport.
The estate that we live on.
You know, so if you go to Radio Romania's 252, I believe. Is it? No, sorry, 153 maybe. Yeah. I don't think it's on now. 252 is also a station somewhere. Yeah. That's an Irish radio station, I believe. But my point is, the whole point to all this, what I'm talking about now, is in England, we haven't got a plethora of radio stations on the AM. Like, I know America still, in some parts of America, is still big on broadcasting in AM, shortwave stations, where here in England, if you look at the bandscope there's just not... You know, there really isn't. It does seem like there's a lot on. If you go to Radio 4, where's Radio 4? 98 there. Sometimes it seems like there's a lot on here in the bandscope. Because it's sometimes mirrored. Obviously, everything lower down here is there's kind of a mirroring effect on the bandscope, but there really isn't that much. There's not that many stations. There's Radio Talk Sport, I think it's called. Sorry, 5 Live, not TalkSport. And then there's a few, as you can see, but they're all commercial stations. All these stations are UK stations, or most of these stations are UK stations. There's Virgin. Most of these stations are UK stations broadcast with lots of power into the UK, only really made for the UK. And that's it. And you can pick most of these up, not most of them. You can pick some of these up. I'd say probably 50% of these up on either. In fact, I'd actually wager you can pick all of these up on either the internet radio or just on FM radio. I know for a fact you can pick most of these up on an FM radio, which is like, well, you know, it's not the same affair as we've got in. If you've got this in America, you guys in America have got great, like I said, lots of stations to choose from. And if you want, sometimes you get China coming over on about 7.3, I think it is. Something like, let's just have a look. Yeah, I think we're around this sort of area, just over 7.2, just after the 40 metre band. We've got... we get China coming in, and that's where the sync is quite good on this. The sync AM's quite good on this, and sometimes there's some stations occasionally you can hear on about 15. It's about 15. I think it's about 15 past the 20 metre band, where you can hear. So I think they're American stations, to be honest. Here they are. Look, let's just have a listen. So these are not American stations. I don't know. There. Oh, that's like a mosque broadcast or something, I think. Yeah, that sounds like a mosque or something like that. Okay, so that's... And then a weak station in the background. What I'm trying to say is there's not that much... there's not that many sort of talk stations, really, not like America. But like what I'm trying to say, I suppose, is there's not that much. It's very good at picking that up, but in the UK, there's not that much I'd like to listen to on AM. So the point of this is that this is a great radio for sideband, but it's also a great radio for... There's some FSK. It's also a great radio for AM as well, on sync. Really good, but the point is there's not that much to listen to anymore, not particular. That's it, guys. Just a quick look again. Bit of a rant again, bit of a... hope you found it interesting. Just a quick look at the filters and a quick look at what's on the band scope. I'll do some more reviews on this radio and others soon. I want to do a full review on this one. I don't know if I've done it yet. I can't remember. The Uniden SDS200E in the UK. I'll do a video on that soon, I think. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching.